Hi, I'm Maggie Stow, and I'm going to be talking about some scenes from The Wire Season 3, Episode 12. The first scene I'm going to talk about is near the beginning of the episode when they're at the crime scene where Stringer's body is. And we have this huge, empty, abandoned house, but it's very empty. We have a lot of minimalist shots. The only lighting we're really seeing is on Stringer's body. We have McNulty sitting by a window. There's this slow zoom in on him, and Kima's leaned against a wall by a radiator, and Bunk comes in, and he's standing there looking, and he sits down next to McNulty, and it's a very quiet shot. All you're really hearing is a camera and then a little bit of talking. So it really allows you to see how these characters are processing that this man they've been chasing has been killed before they could catch him, even when the last episode they had just gotten what they needed to get him arrested.
I caught him, Bunk. On the wire, I caught him. He doesn't fucking know it.
The next scene I'm going to be talking about is Avon and Slim Charles talking. The shot opens with Avon sitting in a chair, and there's an empty desk chair near him that has light falling on it, which is very similar to the light falling on Stringer's body in the scene I previously talked about. The shot is set up so you only see that side of the room. You never see the area, the bar area where we saw Stringer a lot of the time in previous episodes. We see a lot of intense close-ups on Slim Charles and Avon while they're talking, where it's just their faces, and it feels like we're closing in on them, and this is another way of showing how they're processing this tragedy that's happened to them. We also see an instance of the blue, red, and yellow color scheme that's been prominent throughout the series. There's blue on Avon's shirt, there's red on Slim Charles' shirt, and then the background, there's something that's yellow, but we can't quite make it out because it's out of focus.
And now there ain't no going back. I mean, shit, it's what war is, you know? Once you in it, you in it. If it's a lie, then we fight on that lie. But we gotta fight.
The third scene I'm going to talk about is when Bunk and McNulty go to Stringer's apartment. When they walk in, you can immediately tell it's a very, big, luxurious space, and you see their reflections in this big mirror on the wall. And it's sort of as if they're walking into alternate reality, because, you don't imagine that this would be the place where someone who's a big-time drug dealer would live. And, it's this big, empty space, very much like the abandoned house that Stringer was killed in. And, McNulty's looking around, and it's very neutral and well-designed, and he goes over to a bookshelf, and he picks up the Wealth of the Nations book, and which really hints to that this is a huge money thing that they've been chasing him for, and the emptiness of the shot really is another instance of McNulty trying to process what's happened and who it really was that he was chasing.
Fuck was I chasing?
And ultimately, I think all three of these scenes show a lot of these characters who are close to Stringer or heavily involved in Stringer, processing his death and what that means for them.